Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren, and me and Sensus recently ran a lot more arenas together as double rogue, him playing subtlety, me playing combat, and I decided to do a commentary on one of the matches that we played. One of the matches that we played against was a Retribution Paladin Resto Druid, and I'm going to slow down this match. What is good about playing against this match is Resto Druids are overall good healers and decent, and Pallies offer them bobs, which creates even more defensive cooldowns. So this shows you how we play against a team comp that has a lot more defensive cooldowns capabilities than a normal team would. Let's say like a hunter and a priest combination together. At the beginning, one of us is going to have to open up, so I make the decision in a Skype call with Sensus that I'm going to open up on Retri Pally and pop wall off the bat in order to start stacking the wall defensive buff while keeping Feign up in order to take as least damage as possible from Pally. He pops all his abilities onto me, he pops wings and execution sentence, so he's going to start dealing damage to me. He kills off my reflection by stunning it and killing it as soon as he can. I'm going to touch on the Paladin up until Sensus is ready to open up on the Druid. As the Druid comes out to heal the Pally, Sensus goes in for DFA in order to force defensives, and there goes the bop, and we have forced one defensive out of the other team. The Paladin also doesn't have a trinket, so we're going to take advantage of it and swap onto the Druid in a next stun. I'm going to line up a stun onto the Paladin, as Sensus is going to line up a stun onto the Druid in order to dish out as much damage as possible, since he needs Find Weakness. While in mid-game, Sensus is going to deny any healing for the other team by killing all of the mushrooms and setting up on the rest of the Druid very slowly. When Sensus gives me a go, I score a stun of full kidney onto the Paladin, and we're going to swap our damage into the rest of the Druid. As Sensus is going to line up damage with Shadow Dance and go into a cheap shot, I'm going to assist him with a killing spree. I only have yellow buff insight from what I could get from the Paladin, but it still is enough damage in order to assist. We force Trinket and we force Tree. I drop down a smoke bomb in order to make sure the Paladin is out of line of sight and cannot assist his Druid quick enough. The DFA goes out from Sensus. We're just trying to dish out as much damage as we can. The blind goes onto the Paladin, which he bubbles in order to bop the Druid. So a lot of cooldowns go out, and the Paladin uses his Hodge in order to peel for the Druid. We are just going to have to reset here. We force Bubble, we got both Trinkets out, we got both Bobs and Tree Form. At this point, I'm just going to cut away and just try to see if I can catch a reset, and so is Sensus, thanks to the use of Burst of Speed, which is something you should run as a rogue in most cases. I try to see if I can maybe get a sap onto the Paladin as he is chasing around from Sensus, and I'm just going to try to stay on him as best I can. They actually get a root onto Sensus and they're just trying to lock him down. I see that the Druid is assisting in the lockdown for Sensus, so I sap him as soon as the chance goes out. I just spam sap to see if I can get him. Sensus is going to find time to get away from the Paladin after scoring a cheap shot onto him, and he's going to LOS. This is the part where we're simply just going to reset onto the other team as best as we can. We are about halfway through health. A lot of our cooldowns have been burned through, but they don't have trinkets, so that is to our advantage. And thanks to Sensus being a subtlety rogue, he can line up damage once every minute. So for this match, we're going to take advantage of it, and we're just going to have to line up CC back to back in order to score a kill. I patiently am waiting to see if Sensus can get a reset. I resap the Paladin as the rest of the Druid is just trying to catch up to Sensus but couldn't do it. Again, try to see if I can resap the Druid right here, and we're simply just going to have to reopen up. Both of our helps have stabilized for the most part. At this point, we basically go off to reset onto the other team, just trying to survive as best I can. I get put into a full Hodge, and the Paladin is going to drop into about halfway health, but I'm simply waiting for Sensus to give me a go when he has Shadow Dance available. And what we're going to do is Sensus is going to get rooted over here by the rest of Druid, and the rest of Druid is actually going to sit on him for a bit. And when we take this opportunity right here, when the rest of the Druid gets close enough to Sensus, he's actually going to open up with a Shadow Dance cheap shot and burst all of his rotation and his burst into the Druid. They don't have any trinkets, they don't have bops at this point. They might have bark skin, but they don't have any way to get out. And all I can do is, in order to assist Sensus, is maybe throw in a Garrote in between to make sure no healing comes out for the Druid, and lock him down as quick as we can. Take this short opportunity when Sensus has his coolies up, and see if we can survive this. As the Paladin is chasing Sensus, I'm just on a peel job, and what I did is use my kidney in order to stop him as he attempted to score a Hodge onto Sensus. At this point, we're simply going to reset, drop the Paladin, and for the most part, we did everything we had to do for this match. So in this match, we were able to successfully get strong openers and force cooldowns out of our enemies. We forced a lot of defensive pretty quickly, and every time we swapped and every time we lined up onto the rest of Druid, we made sure to get some sort of cooldowns out of it, whether it be through line of sight or through CC or simply through dealing insane amounts of damage, forcing the other team to panic and use their trinkets in order to hope for survival. So we did everything we had to do, and everything we could really as double rogue in arenas, and it was real well done, really well executed. We utilized Sensus subtlety openers in order to line up ability, and overall my sustained damage in order to complement that damage of Sensus. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out Sensus, link to his channel in the description below, and had a lot of fun playing these games. I have a ton more arenas when me and Sensus played, and I'll be making videos on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, hopefully you're having a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.